before we get on
Hey
to,
Frank. Hey Frank, hang on a second. Is that
yeah,
Eric? Is that Eric Morganson? Hey Eric, how
yeah.
you doing, brother?
Good,
Oh,
Carl. Good morning to you.
Man, good to see you. Hey, I've,
hey,
I've been meaning to ask. Hey, go ahead and introduce. But I've been meaning to ask. Hey, with part of what you talk about, Eric, can you help me with some like promotional stuff I can hand out to my loan officers?
I absolutely can. We have quite the firearms of marketing from flyers to social media content to whiteboard videos. We have a lot of different ways of getting the word out that these programs even exist.
Hey, and Frank, I stepped on you there, but I didn't mean to. But why don't you introduce Eric real quick?
hey, no
I got
problem, man. Yeah, thank you, Carl. And yeah, Eric Morganson here from Angel Oak. They're a sponsor with Loan Officer Breakfast Club. And Carl, I'm so glad you brought up the marketing materials because I had a little chat with Eric about it. I don't think a lot of originators understand that over at Angel Oak, you can, get into their system and there's a ton of marketing materials to help you, market for these non-QM deals. In the chat, anybody working with Angel Oak already? I bet there's a lot of people already work with Angel Oak. How could they not be? You
I
know? Yeah. So I would just say, yeah, see the yeses are flying in. Yeah, I would say, guys, if you need some marketing material about non-QM stuff, here's the thing. I mean, these are great products. Eric is like the
Mhm,
OG of non-QM. He's been around
for
for
sure.
20 something years doing this with Angel Oak. And if you reach out to them, they'll get you into where you can get these marketing materials and start using them, man, to get this business. Because this business is great, great business, man. There's a ton of it out there. Bank statement loans, self-employed people. Eric, don't you got a 90% bank statement self-employed HELOC? Isn't that
That's
what it is?
exactly right. Alt income, 90% CLTV HELOC in this cash out world that we're living in right now, folks.
Awesome. Awesome stuff. Hey, we
And
put a
Frank,
link
all
in the
this marketing is all white labeled. It doesn't say Angel Oak anywhere on it. It is all customized for you originators out there to help get the word out.
Awesome stuff, man. So we put a link in the chat. You can go to workwithangeloak.com. That way, if you go there and put your information in, then Eric knows you got the word, or you can just talk to Eric in the chat. Eric, keep your eye on the chat. He can just give you his contact information in there as well. If you got a quick question for him, or if you need some help with something. But man, get those free marketing materials, man. That's what you want to do is get those free marketing materials and use them. Why not? That's what I always say. Why not? What do you say, Carl? I say why not? Yeah.
Eric's a great resource. He's been around. He knows where the gas goes. He's been around like myself and you, Frank, and Jimmie and Kristen. He's
yeah,
been
I,
around. He's been around the block a few times. So that's a good. That's a yeah. He knows where the gas goes, as we say it here in the South.
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
Hey,
Yep.
I just real quick, Frank. I can tell you this: Angel Oak always calls me back if they don't answer the phone. They always call me back quick, and I
Mm.
wouldn't say that if that wasn't real.
Yep. Yep. Good stuff, man. Awesome. Eric, thanks for being here. We appreciate you showing up, man.
Thank
And
you, Frank. Love being
being,
here.
yeah, and thanks for being here for the Loan Officer Breakfast Club crew, man. We really appreciate that. Let's
And
get
now
to,
it's time for
oops, that's the wrong thing. This is what I wanted to do.
I
Jimmy
like
on the
that one.
spot. Jimmy on the spot.
I
Jimmy
like
on
that
the
about that.
spot. He's the one you got. Any jam you bring, he'll coach you to the top. Jimmy on the spot. Jimmy on the spot.
I'm waiting, Frank. I'm ready. Go ahead.
That's it. Hey, I got a question for you, Jimmie.
For real? Okay.
Are this is I heard something here at the conference yesterday. So Jimmie and I are at this big AI conference here in Dallas. It's not industry related. So this is like the one of the probably the biggest guy in the AI industry. It's been very interesting. Some of the guest speakers he has been fascinating. But the host of it, a friend of mine for probably like 20 years. His name is Perry. Uh, he showed us a stat yesterday that blew my socks off. Anybody want to? What is the number one thing that AI in the entire world and all the different industries? What's the one thing AI is used the most? There's one specific task that AI by far uses more does for humans more than any other one thing. Anybody want to guess what that is?
Making
Email
memes.
writing, research, recommendations. Yep, yep, yep. Translate. All these things were things that I would have said too. Not even close. You know what the number one thing was?
What?
So,
Having a relationship with, not not it's helping me have a relationship with my brother
oh,
Jerry Maguire, right? Not, hey, help me write an email
oh
to
my
Adam
gosh.
Charney so that we can have that coffee. No, no, no. Having a relationship with
Chat.
the bot. Yes.
It's chat.
And
Hey,
not, not
do you remember when we were talking to Kevin? And he
yeah,
said
yeah, yes.
while he's driving, he likes that it talks back. No, he talks to it the whole time and works out his plans.
No, no, I'm not talking about working out a plan. I'm talking about a buddy that I just need to talk to. I'm
Oh,
talking
Wow.
about, hey, I'm in a quandary right now. I need to call my brother Frank.
oh,
Frank, I just need to. Hey, man, I love you. I'm not looking for you to fix this. I just need to talk to somebody, man.
Oh, that's kind
That's
of
the number
sad,
one
Carl.
thing. What's that, Kristen?
I said that's kind of sad.
It's sad and a huge opportunity because that shows you what people are missing.
They
You
want
know, and I
somebody
think it
who
all
will
started like with the
listen.
social media. Yeah, like we used to sit around and play cards together, you know, so to speak, like whatever that version of that is for you. But you know, it used to be that couple when I grew up, you know, my parents' friends would come over and they'd play cards, they'd have game night, you know, we used to do that.
Hmm.
And now people are chatting back and forth. They're texting back. They don't even talk on the phone anymore. Now they chat back and forth. And I'm just as guilty as anybody, right? Half the time I talk to Jimmie is via chat, you know, guilty as charged. And when I saw that, I thought this is a huge opportunity
huge,
because we're in the relationship business.
huge.
And so what we're going to talk about on Thursday's class here, what day after tomorrow, I'm going to do a class on, you know, a lot of loan officers. Hey, I had 13 meetings this week. I had 12 meetings this month. I had 3 meetings yesterday. But it's not about how many meetings you had. It's the result of those meetings. How many referrals did you get from those meetings? And so that's what we're going to talk about on Thursday. I was inspired by this thing. That's what we're going to talk about is how do you not just have the meeting, but how do you create that relationship so they start getting you referrals after the meetings? And
Mm.
there's a very clearly defined, like, here's what you do the first 30 days. Step one, do this. Step two, do this. And so we're going to do that on Thursday. So I thought
Ooh.
maybe in some of these hot spots that you're doing today, Jimmie, maybe that's kind of like, how do I develop a relationship like in a
Cool.
cool way, you know, without, you know, having them come over to my house every evening for dinner, you know, kind of thing. You know, it's like, isn't that
Like
interesting though?
initiate one or develop one.
Well, initiate is that first phone call. I think we all kind of know how to do that, like have that first meeting. But you know, it's
This,
like,
this is
What
about
do you do
rapport.
after? Yeah, what after?
yeah,
It's like the four.
yeah,
It's like the four parts of the sale, right? Initial contact, build rapport, close, and follow up. And
yeah.
we all think we're best at rapport, and the reality is, right? If we're the best at that and we love it so much, we'd be calling a lot more people.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Like those rapport skills are what give me confidence to call more people.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Like
Where'd you develop your rapport skills, Jimmy? Because you're knowing you personally now, you're it's one of your superpowers. Like, do you think did it come natural to you? Did your mom or dad or an uncle teach
my
you,
dad,
or
yeah,
you read
my
books?
dad was a really charming guy,
Okay.
but I had a hard work ethic. But I'm a master grad from Rapport Leadership, which is a self leadership like boot camp kind of 3 day uh, thing. And if that and massive repetition and intent around rapport, like the number one ingredient to rapport is agreement.
Mm,
It's like,
Agreement.
yeah, like
That means.
don't be disagreeable.
Mm.
Like someone
mm.
says something and the first thing you say is, yeah, but that's the
You
opposite
know
of
what?
rapport.
Uh,
You know what? Just for a second, I know we'll get to Cooper. We'll get to you here. We got some questions here, but that's one thing I learned from one of the many things I've learned from you, Jimmy, is like Frank. Like if I was quoting you a rate today, and you say, "Wow, Carl, that's high." What I used to do was I justify it. Well, but Frank, you have to understand, like what's happened is,
Hmm.
and what Jimmie taught me to do was to say, I
I
know.
know. It's
yeah.
crazy.
It's crazy.
Freaking,
It's
when's he gonna get done over there? Why is all this moves and all these straights and stuff, man? What's the problem? Cost me
yeah,
$220 to fill up my truck.
I know. Agree with them.
Yeah.
Agree with them. Isn't
Because
that interesting?
they are high, relatively speaking. I mean, I don't
Yeah,
think
because see,
they're
if I
high,
start
but
to argue with you, Jimmie, now I'm on the other side of the table, and we're
now
battling.
me and
But if
you are
you,
against the politicians.
yes, we have a common enemy, so to speak. Inflation.
100%.
Mm,
So yeah,
Yeah.
very clever.
wow, good stuff
Anyway,
already. Hey, so Carl, that class is Thursday. I know we're going to be talking about a bunch of stuff here, guys, but if you're interested in getting in on that class, let us know in the chat. Say you're interested. We'll keep asking you that as we go along. Cooper has his hand up. Also, Jim Yarrington did too. He took it down. But Cooper, what's your question?
So, Cooper.
Yeah, good morning. Can you hear me okay?
hey,
Yeah.
buddy.
Yeah.
All right, sweet. So I'm a little bit new. I've been doing this for about 5 months now. I'm about a month into the Breakfast Club and the membership. And I'm trying to, like Vince said, build a system instead of, maintain it and perfect it at this point. What would you, as a, experienced individual, recommend somebody that's trying to reach out to high level, well experienced realtors?
So the question I thought you were going to ask me, I would use I'm a student of success. Carl's best close for an appointment. Realtors and builders, especially builders, if you're going after builders, but good realtors are the same. I mean, it's not easy to be a good realtor. I mean, you are a cowboy. You're an entrepreneur. You're responsible for generating leads for not only yourself but for us, really, right? If we're being honest, part of them, anyways. And so honor goes a long way with people who are self-made. And so Carl's is better than mine, but the way I say it is, I've been in the business 6 months, and I see your name everywhere. So one of my mentors told me to pull up the list of the top agents, and there you were again. And I want to learn. I want to stay. I heard that only 5% of the loan officers make it past 5 years, and I want to be one of the ones who does that. Can I have 15 minutes so you can tell me what I should be doing and what I shouldn't? They'll say yes.
Often.
Often, way more often than if I call them 30 years as a rep, 5,147 loans I've done. And I tell them, you're a big deal. I'm a big deal. Let's get together. You'll have better success being a student of success and being humble and hungry, for sure.
I was going to say the same thing, Jimmie, that Cooper, if you call 20 agents with the script that Jimmie just gave you, and I called 20 agents with the script that I would use, like I've been around the block, I know what I'm doing, you're going to win way more than I am. But listen to this, Cooper. The lower producers will shun you,
Yeah.
right? Because they're desperate for every dollar. A bigger producer, they remember being they remember their own beginnings, just like I do, just like Jimmie does, right? We and Frank, and Chris, and we remember our humble beginnings, and so we want to reach out and help the new people that's sitting in the business. Being new in the business, never shy away from that.
Yeah.
Embrace it, embrace that and let them know. Don't try to hide it. That's a mistake.
Yeah. And Cooper, just so you know, I would only get half as many appointments as you, but I'd close at twice as much of them. That's just a joke. No one's laughing. It's too early.
I'm laughing. I'm laughing.
No,
Uh,
that's great, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're in the membership, right, Coop?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, good. Yeah, just stick with it, man. Keep coming here. Take
Hey
this
Cooper,
advice,
one
brother.
question though. So at that meeting, I'm a student of success. I'd love to hear your story, right? And you're asking, and I'm the realtor to say, and you're asking me questions and Carl, how'd you get started? And how do you what do you do? Like when something goes south, how do you handle that? Ask me like real questions, as the real estate agent. At the end of that meeting, how do we end this, Cooper? So
Mm.
hey Cooper, man, hey, it was nice meeting you here, my brother, and I wish you nothing but success. But I got a meeting with a top producer, Kristen Simpson, here in about 5 minutes, so I got to run. How do you finish that meeting?
Ask for a trial run.
You've been
All
listening.
right, I like that. How does that? What would that sound like? We're all friends here. We're
Like,
not putting you on the spot here, buddy. We're all friends.
no, I got you. So it sounds like, hey, it would be very beneficial to kind of, get a trial run out of this and see where I may have some room for fixing, or if everything went smooth, and then from there we can, connect down the road.
I
Kind
like
of
that.
something along the lines like that.
I like that. I'll give you my version. I like that. That was fine, Cooper. I'll give you my version. Hey, Cooper, man, hey, Realtor Cooper, man, it was great meeting with you. And I really appreciate you taking the time, carving somebody out that's newer in the business, like I am. I can tell you're real hungry for business. What made you so successful? I share that hunger, man. I just got a real passion to be great at this, and I really appreciate your time. And I have to tell you, Cooper, if I could hit the universe reset button and going forward, only working with agents like you, I, I'd be in loan officer heaven. Hey, Cooper, would it be too much for me to ask that the next 3 or 4 buyer leads that come across your table, would you be kind enough to send them my way so I have an opportunity to work with somebody like you? Would that be okay for me to ask that?
I thought you were going to go a different direction.
Tell me, what would you do?
I like everything you said. I thought you were going to go this. I've done this. I do this. It works. I'm not sure it works as good as the one you just used, but I'm there. I've been in the business 6 months. I've closed how many deals, Cooper? 2 or 3, maybe.
Maybe.
Yep.
Sorry,
And so there's
what was
this.
that?
Like, how many deals have you closed so far in your first 6 months? 2 or 3?
Have you closed anything yet?
Yeah, I've closed a few.
Yeah.
I would
So
say probably 5 or 6.
I'm standing in front of this agent, and I'm like, everything that Carl said, and I thought where you were going was, when you think about agents that would be a perfect match for me that are doing business, that made it in the beginning, who should I be working with? Who can you introduce me to? Because the reality is that top agent, maybe he'll throw me a bone here and there, but I'm gonna be competing against a really good loan officer. But that top agent has influence over that whole office. Everybody looks up to that person and they're like, hey, this guy's an up and comer. You got to meet with him. And he introduced me to 6 people. And then later come back and reclose them is something I've done a few times. I've never heard anybody. I thought you were about to say as I was all excited.
I've never heard that before,
It's
Jimmy. So
I
no,
call the lever. It's called a lever. I call the leverage close. I don't know. I think it might have made it up, but it's a leverage close, right? So
that's a great idea.
It's
Yeah, I like
stuff.
that.
Everything's good.
Hey, Cooper, the main thing though, buddy, is just go do it and always, like the one you did was just fine too, Cooper. I don't think I'd use the word trial though, because that makes it sound like I might screw up.
interview.
Yeah, interview. Yeah, a working interview. I like that, Jimmie. But Cooper, the bottom line is always have an ask. Always ask. If you don't ask, you got an automatic no.
Right.
Always that. You can only get a yes. You can't get anything worse than what you already have. What
Oh,
you have
would you do this?
is the
Would you do
worst.
this? I got a new one. Would you do this? Ready?
Tell me.
I'm at the end of a meeting with one of the best agents in our area. If you were me, if you were the loan officer in this meeting, how would you close me?
Oh,
That's a home run.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like that even better.
I can't teach it because I
Hey,
haven't
you
done
know
it
what, Jimmie? I would use that close, even like a seasoned pro like myself or yourself or Asa, Vince Queen, Sharon Wolford. I see her shaking her head. I would use that close even as an experienced person that's at a top like Sharon, like a top producer like Sharon. I would still use that close. That's a great close, man. Hey, if I was you and you were me and you were wanting to work with me, what would I say to you to get you to
How would you
refer to
close?
me?
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Every time you throw the ball, every time you throw the watermelon in their court, they love it. Every time they can hit a home run, and you'd be like, "Wow, that was impressive." And I'm not saying be false or be fugazi or whatever, but it's important.
Hey,
those were 2 new good closes. I'm
They're
stoked.
good, man. Don't forget this recording will be posted later today, so you'll be able to come back. You just go to the Loan Officer Breakfast Club website, and they're there. Hey, we've got 3 more hands up. And we've only got a couple minutes. Can we try
I'm
and
ready.
pop
Fire,
charge some
rapid
stuff
fire.
really fast? So,
Really
Brian,
fast.
go fast, and then Jimmie and Carl fast. Go.
Yeah. Any tips for trying to have a lunch and learn with realtors both in my immediate market and outside of my market, just trying to boost virtual attendance. I'm getting ready to prepare for a lunch and learn for a few different markets and trying to maximize it as much as possible.
If my answer is, if you're going to do small ones, That's one answer. If you're going to do a multi-market big ones by Zoom, I would leverage ours. We Carl just did our last one and absolutely crushed it. The agents loved it. All he did was not all. He taught his world famous follow up and refer back, and they were drooling over it. Something that we think we weren't sure they liked. The response was one of the best responses we've ever had. So on a big multi-market thing, I would leverage that. We help you with it. And in small markets, if I was new and I wasn't a great, which I was new and not, I was not that comfortable teaching, I get guest speakers that are top realtors in the area. They love it. So Pat Seide is a big agent in my town. I do a lunch and learn and have her be the guest speaker, and I just interview her. Right? They love it. You can do the appraiser, you can do those kinds of things, but the agent's of course not going to tell them every single secret they do, but they're going to give them good foundation stuff, and people are going to love it. And the agent's going to love you for giving them a chance to shine.
Mm-hmm. And the other thing, Brian, is like if you're interviewing Jeff, top producer, real estate agent Jeff Williams, and I sign on to that, and I see you working with Jeff, and I go, "Holy cow, this cat works with Jeff." That
100%.
already validates you as a player because you're hanging out with A players, hang out with A players. And
Reverse
Jeff
strike.
Williams, like any other top producer, enjoys being interviewed because they enjoy the attention. Right, more people show their listings. And then I don't have to come up with the content. They come up with the content for me. I just got to come up with a good list of questions.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Good stuff, guys. Let's go on to Jim real fast, Jim. We still got some time. Let's squeeze it in here.
I'll go real quick. And this is actually from Vince about having systems and the DSP. And Carl, you have the Freedom Tracker. And every time you talk, you said these are not these are the minimums you have to do, the 40 calls, the 12 things.
Mm-hmm.
And I've kind of not been good at it until I got into coaching with Mike. And let me tell you what, I'm in a group of people and they far exceed those minimums. And I'll just tell you, my volume has gone up the last 2 months about double just in my closings. And I'm just reaching out. If people talk about systems and just, this is a shameless plug for you, but that Freedom Tracker is amazing.
It is.
Thank you, Jim. I appreciate it. You know, there's something powerful about I was just up in Wyoming going hiking with my 33-year-old daughter and 37-year-old daughter, who are both in great shape. And I hiked at a pace that I probably haven't done in the last 20 years, and going up some pretty serious inclines. And I was doing it, I thought there is like one day we hiked 10 miles and it was some serious elevation. And I thought there is zero chance that I would have done that 10-mile walk without these two people, like I'm wanting to show up for them.
Yeah.
And the same thing goes with like a mastermind group. We don't want to be the one laggard in the group. And it's kind of, it's like what Jimmie calls accountability with a hug, or accountability with respect. There's something about flying in a flock of other geese. You'll always fly further with other people along with you. So great statement. Thanks, Jim.
You're welcome.
Awesome. Let's get to Yewande and we'll wrap this day up. What you got?
Hello, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So I wanted to just because one of the places I am failing is in terms of my lead follow-up, right? I'm not following up my leads, and a lot of them are falling through the cracks. I'm so busy getting new business that when somebody comes and they're not immediately ready or they don't show much promise, I just don't follow up. So I'm just trying to ask you for some guidance on how I can set up a system that makes me still visible before leads without it taking so much of my time.
Interesting. Good question.
Thank you.
So it's a simple system. The more complicated this lead follow-up system is, the less likely it's going to work, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So in next level coaching, we have the Freedom Tracker and we have the referral tracker. Every single lead gets written down in that month's referral tracker, not the good ones and leave the bad ones off, every single one. And they only get written down there. They don't also get written down on sticky notes. And you call leads every day for 7 days before you give up, and you will do at least 20% more closings. If you keep that up for a year, can't guarantee it, but what's the saying, Carl? It only works almost every time, or something like that.
No, it only always works.
It only always works. Yeah, like Yeah, it's and then every time you touch the lead, you touch the referral source every time. Like not most of the time, not some of the time, and you never call someone without leaving a message. Never. You can rotate calls and texts, but don't call someone and not leave a message. I kind of think it's like kind of disrespectful, honestly.
You know,
Okay.
that was one other thing I got at this conference, Jimmie. They said one of the speakers, and this guy has a huge business, and he said the mistake we all make is we spend 90% of our time trying to curate trying to develop new relationships, and about 10% of our time retaining our current relationships. He said we need to
Totally.
flip that. Yeah, flip that 100%. Spend 90% of your time keeping your relationship with Mr. J.R. Boston, and 10% of your time meeting the new people. So 90% of the time following up on what you already have. What's that? What's that old saying? Don't go buy more cows until you milk the cows you already have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So don't spend so much time prospecting. Spend more time developing.
yeah. So there's a question someone should have asked by now that hasn't asked it. So I'm going to ask it. What do you do with the lead after 7 days, Jim? Good question. You got to put them into your database as a prospect and have a prospect drip follow up and treat and like they were referred to you. They're going to remember you. Someday they're going to buy a house, most likely, right? So they're going to think you were their person. They don't differentiate. And so those are like if we only convert 22% of our leads to go to a paycheck, 78% of our leads are prospects, and over a like 5 year period, those people count. So after the 7 days, every day, you put them into a monthly, uh, like drip program, and then a quarterly drip program after a year, and then you never delete them. You email them, you do things that are inexpensive and stay highly active and highly visible in front of more people. That's how we do more loans.
Awesome. Awesome. Good stuff today. We did have another hand up. I know we're way past our time. I don't remember who that was. You remember Kristen?
It's Tom. He's still
Tom,
there.
Tom, real quick, what you got, man?
Yeah, real quick. So I've got some really good referral sources, agents that are taking the majority of their business is coming from like Zillow and realtor.com leads. So I'm curious to know kind of what your approach would be to those agents to try to capture some of that business. And they're obligated to send the loan referral to like Zillow Home Loans
Yeah.
or the referral partner that's paying for realtor.com leads.
Can I tell them what I really think, Carl?
Absolutely, Jimmie. I know it's the same thing I was getting ready to say.
Yeah.
If you
So
don't,
just
I'll tell him.
the two things. The first thing is those realtors who have to refer to Zillow, stay close to them because those Zillow loan officers don't convert as high, and you'll get a lot of turned down business. I don't think you would cast those people aside. The second thing is their closings don't really come from those leads. If you really track it, they're over a year and a half period, their actual closings, maybe if they were really good, 10 or 12% of their overall closings might come from that strategy. Um, and so I I never pay for Zillow or any of that stuff unless and until I'm their primary lender. So I'm paying for that project they want to work on, knowing that it's probably not going to work almost definitely, only if I'm getting 50% of their total buyer sides already, not promised. Because there's too much of our culture, sales culture is, just on to the next vendor and cover overhead for something that doesn't work. I'm on a soapbox now, but not only does it not work, it robs them of time that they could use to take better care of their real clients and their real past clients that they would get way more mileage out of in the long run. And I would just want to hug them and help them realize that somehow, some way, without it sounding like I told them that. That's what I want to say. What do you think, Carl?
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. I would do a follow up refer back. Say, hey, Tom, here's what I would do. Hey, Tom, Realtor Tom, hey, do me a favor. Let's do this. What I saw a national stat the other day, and it said that the average top producing agent, not the bottom producer, not even the mid tier, the best of the best close about 5% of their overall leads, not just from Zillow, from everything, about 1 out of 20. Let's do this, Tom. Nothing for the last 30 days. Do you have a list of leads that you got that's older than 30 days ago that hasn't closed? Do you have a copy? Do you have that in your CRM in some fashion or another? These top producers will, right? If they're qualified, they're going to have a list of their leads, like in a CRM or something. Why don't you send me 30 days of those? Like all those that came in like 31 days to say 60 days, send me over those. And I bet you I can convert at least another 1 out of 20. I can double your closings on those just with a little bit of follow up. I don't see any reason to delay that. Do you?
No.
No.
Yeah, I
That's
was
good. That's good stuff.
considering I was considering having them send me maybe a couple of turn downs because I know Zillow
No,
Home
no, no,
Loans.
no, 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 not the turn downs. I want
Okay.
I want everything that they haven't closed.
Yep.
Because otherwise they're going to give me that those two people that are unemployed with a 590 score,
You're gonna
right?
make them more. You're gonna make them have something that they wouldn't have had from what they already have,
Yeah.
Yep.
and no
And
one
so I
else is
want I
gonna
want
do it.
their because I'll give you an inside secret that you're not going to share with them. Like we don't show all of our cards when we're playing cards. What you're not going to share with them is the average Zillow lead closes 90 days after first contact. The first Zillow lead closes after 90 days. 85% close after 90 days. Everybody's fighting after the 15%. The 85% is where the money is. And so they're going to think, everybody thinks, oh, they didn't close. Oh, they didn't close. No, it's not 90 days yet. And so when you get that list that's like 30 to 60 days, that means like
Oh,
next month is the big bump, right? You're calling them at the perfect time. You actually don't want to call them the first 30 days. You want to call them like 60 through 90 days. That's when those people buy.
Okay.
crazy.
Yeah, I wouldn't share that piece of information though, because
That's
then when
why
you
you.
convert
That's
those, they're going to think you're a wizard.
yeah.
Be the wizard, Tom.
No
You're a
mystery.
wizard, Tom.
Be the wizard.
Last, just something that's sticking in my head so much when Vince was talking, and he said you can't build on like on the future. Like you can't build a legacy or a brand based on what you're gonna do. You got to base it
Mm,
on what you did do. And so like you guys realize that the DSP calls, like Tuesday updates, are an interview where you're showing an agent
mm.
what you do, not telling them what you do. You're showing them what you do, and at the end, you've done it, and so you demonstrated the sale. That's what was sticking out in my head. Like if I was going to tell you all to do two things forever in this business, it would be a member so you can jump on to DSP calls on Mondays and Tuesdays, no matter what, forever. Even if it's just a half hour sometimes, hopefully 2 hours most of the time, an hour, 50% of the time, it will change your business. And Tuesday updates, don't ever delegate those, man. Those are all pure sales opportunities.
Oh, big time.
Pure,
Best
pure.
day ever. Hmm. Best day ever. Wow. Man,
Ta-da!
I feel like today was the best day ever.
today's a good day,
Ah!
man. I appreciate it. Carl White, Jimmie, man, thank you guys so much. Thanks for the questions too. Hey, don't forget, I know a bunch of you put that you were interested. Two things that you're interested in maybe getting on Carl's class Thursday. If you are, put interested in the chat. I'll leave it up for just another couple of minutes or at least 1 minute. Put interested in the chat if you want to try and get in. If you're not a member, we'll see what we can do about that. And then also, don't forget, if you want those marketing materials from Angel Oak, Eric dropped his contact information into the chat. Maybe you do it one more time, real quick, Eric. Or just do us a big favor and just go to workwithangeloak.com, workwithangeloak.com, and connect with Eric and his team there.
And Frank,
So,
don't forget 20% off Danny's CPA letter for the expense ratio as well.
Nice.
right. Yeah, there's that combo package we got going on there. Exactly. So if you got those bank statement loans, self-employeds, where, they don't have a CPA or they're doing their own thing or whatever the case may be, Eric has a connection to a gentleman, Danny Fluky, who can get you those CPA letters that you need, and they're all authorized and approved by Angel Oak. So good stuff, man. Well, I appreciate it. All right, everybody, let's go for it. We're going to get this day knocked out. Have a great one. We'll be back here tomorrow, and we're going to have Tom Merritt on the call. Coach Tom Merritt.
Thank you.
Yeah, so you guys have a fantastic day. We'll catch up with you here tomorrow. Adios.
Have a wonderful day, everyone.